Good morning. To explain the generative design tutorial in Fusion 360. First of all, what do you mean by generative design? So here generative design enables you to define a design problem through goals and constraints and generate a set of designs that meet the requirements. Then you can explore the designs to select the optimal one for manufacture. So this is the definition of generative design. You define a design problem through what are the goals of your design, then what about the constraints, then you can generate a number of designs that meet your requirements. Then you can explore the designs and select the optimal one for manufacture. This is called the generative design. Then we will move to the tutorial. So the first tutorial is a GE bracket kickstart. Okay. So here first you have to prepare the Fusion 360 environment. So first I will open this GE bracket. Okay. So open Fusion 360, then go to the data panel, then click this home button, then double click the generative design samples. So in this generative design samples you can see GE bracket, double click this, double click this GE bracket, you can see this is the GE bracket, then you just close this. Then next is you have to save this. Okay, name this and give the location, then save. Then you have to change the workspace, go to generative design workspace. Okay, then first you first you have to change the units. So here I will change this units to US. Okay, so click here this edit icon, then you can see the unit settings dialog box, then you can change this unit into US. Then another important thing is right click here study one, and you can see the study settings. Click the study settings, then select the synthesis resolution. Okay, so study settings, you can see the resolution. You can set your resolution coarse and you can set your resolution fine. If you opt to fine, this will take more computation time, so you will get accurate result. And if you select coarse icon, the computation time will be less, but your result will be very not up to the level. So here I will move the resolution to here, maybe here, or you can place here, that is in the normal, in between coarse and fine. This will be accurate, this will be good. But in this problem I will change this to here because of saving my computation time. Then click OK. And here you can see the design space. In the design space you can see two geometries, preserve geometry and obstacle geometry. Okay, so here you can see the preserve geometry. So preserve geometry to incorporate bodies in the final shape of the design. These bodies don't change during the generation of the outcomes. Okay, they display in green on the canvas. Okay, so that is called a geometry. Then next is the geometry. Next is the obstacle geometry. It represents represent empty spaces where material isn't placed during the generation of outcomes. These bodies display red on the canvas. Okay, so here I will go select the preserve geometry. Okay, then go to the tutorial tab. You can see, go to activity number 2. So you have to select this how many faces. You can see 1 2 3 4 5 6. You have to select this 6 faces. Okay, so go to Fusion 360. So first I will switch off the visibility of this one. That is I will switch off the visibility. Okay, then go to design space, preserve geometry, then select this, select this, select this, select this, select this and select this. You can see in the tutorial. So this is the preserve geometry. Then you can see 6 bodies. Then click OK. Then you have to switch on the visibility of pin 1. Okay, then next is the obstacle geometry. So you have to select the obstacle geometry. So here the obstacle geometry will be all these. Okay, so obstacle geometry, I will select this and I will select this. You can see this is the obstacle geometry. Click OK. Okay, then next is you have to apply structural constraints. Okay, so you have to apply structural constraints. Okay, so go to Fusion 360, then again I will this, then design conditions, structural constraints. Okay, select this face, this face, this face and this face. Okay, then access UX, UI and a user. UX, UI and user, then click OK. Okay, one important thing is that you can apply constraints to the preserve geometries only. So you know what are the preserve geometries. So here you can apply constraints to the preserve geometries only. Then next is the define the loads to be applied. Okay, so first I will go to the design conditions, then go to structural load. Okay, so as per the tutorial, these two faces I will select, then select the vectors x, y and z. Then what is the value of fz? 8000. I will enter the value of fz as 8000. Okay, you can see the arrow upwards. Okay, then click OK. See, you can see this is the load case 1. Okay, this is the load case 1, and if you want to edit the constraint, you can just click here. Okay, you can edit this. Okay, that is in the load case 1. Then the next step will be actually this one, clone load case 1 3 times. Okay, so go to this load case 1, right click here, and you can see clone load case. So click first one, you can see load case 2, then again click this load case 1, then clone. Now you can see load case 2, load case 3, then again I will clone this load case 4. Okay, so you can see load case 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, then take the load case 2 and apply Fy to minus 8500 and check this phase, minus 8500. Okay, so go to the load case 2, activate. So this is load case 2, you can see a circle near to this load case 2. When you click this load case will activate. Now this load case 1 is activated, you can see circle with the black dot. This load case is actually activated. Then I will click here, that means load case 2 is activated. Then go to the edit this one. Okay, edit this, sorry, not this one. Go to load, not constraint, go to load, then force. Okay, so here the FZ value, change this FZ value to 0, and the Fy value will be minus 8500. Fy value, that is minus minus 8500. Okay, then click OK. So that is load case 2. Okay, then next is load case 3. Okay, load case 3, Fy value is minus 7060, Fz value is 6357. So activate load case 3, then go to loads, then edit this force. Okay, then the Fy value is minus 7060, this Fy value is minus 7060, and Fz value is 6357. 6357. Okay, then click OK. So that is load case 3. Then next is load case 4. So from load case 4, delete force 4. So here first you have to open this load case 4, then here I am deleting this force 4. Right click here, then delete. Okay, then I will activate this load case 4. Okay, then go to structural load, select this this face, go to structural load, select this face, then you can see the Fy value will be minus 1400. The Fy value will be minus 1400. Fy value will be minus 1400. Then click OK. Then next is again go to the this face, structural load, then select this face, and Fy value is 1400. Then click OK. So here you can see, okay, so in this way the loads, define the loads to be applied. Okay, you applied 4 load cases to the test during the generative process. Then next is the objectives and manufacturing method. So that is included in the design criteria. What is the design criteria? Objectives and manufacturing. Okay, so here in this tutorial the objective is minimize mass and the safety factor too. So go to the design criteria objectives. So this is the objective and limit. So you can see minimize mass and maximize stiffness. So I will select this minimize mass and a safety factor here. You can see 2. I will click here. Okay, so that is the objectives. Then next is the manufacturing constraints. So check this design criteria, then click the manufacturing. So here you can see in the manufacturing you can see unrestricted additive milling, etc. milling, then 2-axis cutting, die casting, etc. So here I will uncheck this milling, okay, and check the unrestricted and additive, and here the overhang angle is 50 degree. In this tutorial this angle is 50 degree, this angle is 50 degree, and the minimum thickness 0.05, minimum thickness is 0.05. okay, then you will click this okay. Okay, then you have to apply the material, select the material. Okay, so here you have to add these 4 materials: stainless steel AISI 446, then stainless steel 440Z, steel AISI 1045390QT, and titanium 6A L4V. Okay, so stainless steel AISI 446. Okay, go to the materials tab, then study materials. Okay, so materials, then select the study materials, then go to the library, that is so here you can see this. First you have to delete this, right click here and delete. Then you have to go to Fusion 360 material library, then select this metal, and then here you can see which one, stainless steel, stainless steel AISI 446, stainless steel AISI 446. Okay, so this is, just click here, drag and place here. Okay, stainless steel AISI 446. The next is stainless steel 440C. So just drag and drop here. Okay, so if you want to see the properties, right click here and properties. Okay, see, you can see this, right click here, properties. So you can see the density, Young's modulus, Poisson's ratio, yield strength, ultimate tensile strength, thermal conductivity, thermal expansion coefficient, and specific heat. You can see the properties of different material. Then steel AISI 1045, steel AISI 1045. So here steel AISI 1045 390QT. Drag and place here. And finally titanium, this one, drag here. Okay, we already selected the study material. So here in the browser tab you can see the study materials. Click the arrow near to the study materials. You can see stainless steel, steel and titanium. You can see the materials. Then click the close icon. Okay, so here you have to apply the materials. Then next is the activity number 5, generate and explore outcomes. So then you have to, next is you have to generate the outcomes. So click the generate icon, and then you can see this generate button. When you click this generate button, you can see this is the generate icon, and you can click this generate one study, the generative design process. The system will automatically generate the different designs, okay, based on your goals, based on your constraints, your loads, etc. Okay, but this will take actually some time. So the operation is like this. Click this one, generate one study. Okay, so I will click here, generate one study. You can see, I will show it. So you can see this is the job status, generative design, and you can see this is on cloud and this is the status. Okay, but this will take much time. Okay, so you can see the second one, I have already run a generative design tutorial and it is actually completed. Okay, and you can see the view outcomes. Once it is completed, you can see the view outcomes. Outcomes means different generative design, different designs. But in the first case, you can see the status is here, but the action, there is no outcomes. Okay, so I will just close this. Okay, so I will just close this, and I will open the generative design I already conducted. Okay, okay, so when you click this generate button, this will generate the different designs. Okay, so you can see this is the different designs. Okay, so you can see the study number 1, outcome 2, outcome 3, outcome 4. You can see this different outcomes, outcome 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, you can see up to outcome 16 you can see. Okay, so here in the explore tab you can see the display. So here this is thumbnail view, and if you want to change the properties view, click here the properties view, and you can see the outcome with the properties. You can see the outcome with the properties: material, orientation, manufacturing method, visual similarity, production volume, manufacturing cost, volume, mass, stress factor of safety, displacement, etc. Or if you want to scatter plot view, you will get a scatter diagram. Okay, you can see the scatter diagram. Okay, and you can select different outcomes here. Okay, then and the last one is table view. If you want to see the table view of different designs, okay, you can select the table view. So again I will go to the thumbnail view. Okay, if then next is if you want to compare, say if I want to compare this say 4 outcomes, so I will select this one, and say I will select this one, and I will select this one and this one. I want to compare all these 4. Okay, so in the bottom portion you can see this is the comparison view. Click here, open the comparison view. Okay, then this will opens it into the comparison view, outcome view. Okay, so your screen will be ready within few seconds. Okay, comparison view. So here in the screen you can see, so study 1, outcome 1, then outcome 4, outcome 7, and outcome 6. Okay, so here you can see the outcome view, you can see the display. So I will, if you want to change the model view, click here, you will get the model view. So this is the model view. If you want to stress view, click here the stress view. So here you can see the stress reference, there is the higher of a high point, high stress, then ideal stress, then low stress, you can see here. Okay, if you want to select this one, you can, okay, you can study. Okay, then if you want to see the preserved geometry view, so this is the preserved geometry view. So I will finish this once again. I will open the comparison. So here in this show icon, you can, if you want to see the preserved geometry, click here. So you can see in the second step we have preserved some area. So these one, this face, this one, 3, 4, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you can see that portions are actually preserved. Okay, if you want to see the obstacle geometry view, you can click here. You can see the obstacle geometry view. Okay, so I already explained the stress view. You can see the stress view. Okay, then click the finish outcome view. Okay, if you want to sort by the visual similarity, you can sort this one. Okay, you can see the group 1, group 2, group 3. So this is sort by visual similarity. Then next is manufacturing method. Okay, the manufacturing method. So you can see this is additive manufacturing. Then here this is, you can see unrestricted. Okay, you can see. Then material, on the material, so this is stainless steel AISI 446, then stainless steel 440C, then steel AISI 1045, and titanium. Okay, then estimated manufacturing cost. What about the manufacturing cost? You can see the manufacturing cost. Then what about the volume of outcomes, different outcomes? Okay, then mass, similarly mass, then maximum von Mises stress, then factor of safety, and a maximum displacement. Okay, so in this way you can generate a number of designs with the help of this generative design.